my friends, and welcome back to Where Wendy Creates. Today I thought we would talk about the upcoming and exciting time that we get together and we sell our art crafts. Yes, my friends, so what on earth would you sell at an upcoming event? Are you going to have a tent? Are you going to be outside? Are you going to be inside? Do you have a 5-foot table or a 10-foot table, or maybe a 10 by 10 area where you can put several tables? Well, we're going to have that video in the future, so hit that subscribe button because I want you with me. Today we're going to talk about some of the easy items to quickly sew and create and why people would buy yours over somebody else's. All right, my friends, and hit that subscribe button because we're coming up with numbers too. We're going to do this with numbers on an upcoming video. So here is just a small amount of items that I have thrown together to chat about today. And pot holders. Everybody makes pot holders. Why would somebody buy your pot holder over the other table across the way with pot holders? Well, my friends, people look for oversized, thick pot holders. Are you using more than one layer of batting? Is yours with a design that may be a little bit more exciting than others? These are all in the same style, but I wanted to show you, you need to make an entire stack of these because they are quick, they are simple to make, and you can make them with all the different colors, all the different holiday directions. And you want to see my tutorial, if you do, to see how I made these. But you're making them with multiple layers of batting, and you're making them in a quilt pattern design. And they are oversized. So these are great as trivets. These are great as pot holders. And my friends, if you put a little loop there, those of us who still hang them up, you can hang them up. So pot holders are a great idea. We're going to talk prices in a moment. And banners. Banners are fun and easy to make, my friends. These are scrappy and fun and exciting. And what do you need to make these but your scraps? Yes, upcoming tutorial, how to use your scraps and turn them into fully double-sided, right side out banners with words of encouragement on them. And these are great, fun, easy to make. All you need is some binding and some scraps, or you can even use scraps for the binding. So we're going to have an upcoming tutorial on that, but this is also a great sale item and it decorates your booth. Also, my friends, if you have ability to use the wall, bring your clips, bring your magnets, bring your pens, bring your push pins, bring whatever you think you're going to be able to need. Check out your site before if you can, but use your entire area. Put quilts up, put pot holders up, put different things up that you're going to be selling. Use every inch of your space. Do you have things on floor level, at eye level? Are you using things to elevate your table? Upcoming tutorials, we're going to go over all that. So we have the banners. Upcoming holidays, make banners in different colors and sizes to fit whatever holiday is coming up. Again, my friends, these are scraps and they are gorgeous. They are festive. Line your booth with them, put a price tag on them and sell them. These I made from scraps. This one is listed at $21.99, and this one I have a price tag on it for $21.99. You can choose, but about $18 to $25. These usually sell well. Okay, now when you're at a craft fair, you also want to look at all ages, okay? What is going to excite a child? What is going to excite an adult? If you have a post, if you have an edge, put your handbags on that edge so people can see them. Price tag everything. Everything needs a price tag. So make sure you have a lot of items that are going to match for each age range. Also, they may want to buy something from your booth, but not want to spend that $20. Have lower priced items like these simple little keychains off of things that I would put on my junk journals or jewelry parts put onto keychains. They sell well as well. You can decide that's a little necklace with a quilting block on it and a pair of scissors. And my friends, what is easier than making a pin cushion? And these pin cushions are fast, simple, gorgeous. Make them in any color. You don't know what that sewist or that quilter favorite color is. This is a 3-tier with a button on top, a button on the bottom, securing them all together. Different layers for different pens. These sell really well. And you have your standard flower with the petals, with a beautiful big bunch for your needles in different areas. These two are my top sellers. I also do the little chicken, but these are fast, economic, and you can even do these with some of your scrap pieces if the scraps are big enough. So these are great. You can put bows on them, you can put buttons on them, easy to decorate, real fun to have on your table, and they look like a heart. So what is the perfect Mother's Day gift? And I know we're all on top of Mother's Day, but again, if you want to make that, that's a very simple heart pin cushion, and just bring up your triangle edges on the top, put a little bow on it, a pin. You've got a beautiful little decoration as well as a very useful pen holder. Then, my friends, what is better than a potato warmer? The potato warmer, double-sided, has beautiful fabric inside, beautiful fabric outside. Put your potatoes in there, 100% microwavable, 100% cotton. Look at your batting. Make sure it's 100% scrim as well for your potato warmers. Make them in any color and every color. They sell very well. People know what they are. They look for these. These are tortilla warmers. Don't make your tortilla warmers too small. These tortilla warmers are perfect for putting in your tortillas, warming them up in the microwave. You can even bring this to the table and serve it at the table. So these are a wonderful idea. And if somebody doesn't want to buy both the potato warmer and the tortilla warmer, my friends, throw your corn in there. You can heat it up, sweet potatoes, baked potatoes, even carrots. Also a bread warmer. These are very, very fun, very fantastic. Now this, oopsie, I threw it on the floor. So let's talk about these. These are miniature junk journals. These are little diaries. These are little keepsakes. These have pockets. These have beauty. These are looking to be loved on. These also sell well at craft fairs. So if somebody wants to purchase a junk journal but can't afford one of the larger ones, have miniature junk journals. It may give them an idea. They may buy it just so they can make some of their own. You might even want to suggest that to them. And they are gorgeous. A little bit of lace, some scrap paper, and you have a beautiful display. This is stitched with pockets, stickers, everything involved in there. These are wonderful. These junk journals, my friends, these are larger junk journals. These are perfect for the diary. Put it by your bed. They come with different pockets. You can make these with little notebooks inside of them. Keep your treasured keepsakes. And these are fun at a sale as well. Now, I do not sell as many of the junk journals as I do the other items, but I have people that know I do junk journals. So I tend to see the same people back the next year talking to me about the junk journals, playing with the junk journals, and anytime you get somebody in your booth playing with them, you'll get somebody else that comes over and buys them. So these are wonderful things. Now, these I sell the ready-made quilts of all sizes. These are some nice wall hangings. They're very fun. You've got the fish or the aquatic. You've got the face. But I have also made the patterns with the pattern pieces. And so this is wonderful. On the back, it tells you all the materials you need to make these. And I sell the patterns. Believe it or not, I have had some single dads purchase these and purchase the materials from me to make these with their children. So these are great and fun as well. And then I have the activity mats. Activity mats are not only good for children, but they're good for adults who might have had a stroke or a heart attack or need to relearn some physical needs, some how to tie their shoes, how to open and close something with one hand. And we fidget as we get older. We fidget, and these are really nice for our fingers, different textures that we can hold on to. These are fun, easy to use, and I have donated many of these to senior centers, to hospitals and other people. So these are great, and I'll just show you a couple of them. The photo, great for memory as well, my friends. You have the snaps. You can put anything and everything on here. I sell these between $35 and $75 depending upon what is on them. You have your zippers, you have your textures, you have your different things to play with, you have your pockets. You can store things on their table, on their lap. You can put a little hook so it doesn't fall off their table. Great idea. And my friends, these are jar openers. I have recently put out a tutorial on jar openers. You get that grip for your cabinet linings or under your couches, your furniture, so it doesn't move. These you put on top of a jar to open the jar. These are quick, easy, simple, and a wonderful thing to sell. And then for the junk journalist who maybe can't afford my junk journal, I put together little packets because sometimes, again, people just appreciate you talking to them, you smiling at them. They want to get crafty, and this has different tags that I've made, ribbon, bags, different pieces that you might want to put into a diary, junk journal, a travel journal. And what is a junk journal? A junk journal is where you put your memories, your desires, your bucket list, your thoughts. It's a diary, my friends. It's something that we treasure and we want to make pretty and frou-frou. So these little packets I just sell for about $3, and anyone and everyone can take advantage of these and create something beautiful for themselves with some leftover paper scraps or mail or whatever. Tutorials are available on those. So I've shown you a few things that I sell. Now what I want to do is sit down with paper and pencil and give you prices and why you price the items the way you price them. So let's get to work, my friend, shall we? So today, my friends, we are looking at just a brief overview. But when you look at your labor or your time to make your items plus the materials, you come out with the cost. Now, when you look at the materials that you need to create these wonderful treasures, you want to also look at the problem of what are my materials. You want to look at how much fabric do you need for each item? How much thread are you going to use? Bobbins, top thread. You're using a machine. That's wear and tear on the machine. You need needles, scissors, rulers, cutting mat, buttons. Are you using any ribbons? Does your item that you're making have batting? Do you need special insulating batting? Or do you need 100% cotton batting and thread and fabric? What about your signage? If you are having a booth, you need to worry about your signage. You have to have signage. If you do not have signage, you may not get people to come over and take a look at you. Plus, are you paying $20 at a church or $200 at a fair somewhere? Do you have to bring your own tables and chairs? What about tablecloths? If you're using the wall behind you or your tent, do you need pens, safety pins, price tags? You always need a hammer. It doesn't make any sense, but yes, my friends, sometimes we need hammers and nails, a screwdriver, push pins, tape. All kind of things need to be added into what you need to have a craft fair booth. So how do we price our different items that we have on the table? You also want to think smart, my friends. If we're looking at soup bowl cozies, we're using 10-inch squares of fabric. And if we're looking at the most expensive way is probably using fat quarters, where it's 18 by 21 on usual. So you can only get two pieces out of that. So that's only one bowl. So you're really looking at about $5 a bowl in cost. Whereas if you look at 1 1/4 yard, you can get 12 out of that. But if you're looking at getting 1 1/4 yard, you're going to get 12 10-inch squares, which is going to make 6 bowls out of that, because you're using 2 of the fabrics and 2 of the yards. So that's going to cost you $3.66. So instead of $5, you're already cutting yourself down to less than $4. So the more bowls you make, the less it's going to cost you. Plus, my friends, are you really spending $15 on fabric for soup bowl cozies? I might say that you're probably getting that $7 yard fabric, not the $12 or $13 yard fabric. So your cost is going to be much, much greater. So how do we price our bowls? So let's just round this down here to $3.50. And then if we double our cost, the minimum we're going to want to sell our bowls for is $7. However, my friends, you're using 2 pieces of batting, you're using 2 pieces of fabric, and your time is definitely worth something. I think your soup bowl cozies are easily valued at about $9, and you might want to say 2 for $15. And that's my math for the bowl cozies. If we're looking at the potato warmers, now the potato warmers are taking more fabric. You need 2 layers of the fabric, 1 batting. All of these have to be 100% cotton. You cannot get away with anything but 100% cotton, or it's going to be sparking and burning up on you in the microwave. If you use 100% cotton thread, fabric, batting, scrim of the batting has to be 100% cotton, you can microwave for up to 8 minutes. I tell my people not over 6 minutes. You're never gonna need to use 6 minutes, so that is more than enough. So 2 layers of fabric, and you're using 10 inches by what do we use? Half a yard by 18 to 20 inches. So you can get so you're using a full 10 inches of fabric, so you're using just less than 1/3 of a yard, plus your batting. So we're looking at, if you're, I don't pay $15 a yard, my friends. I'm closer to that $7 to $9. So I am paying, let's just say three, just round it out to $3.50. And for my batting, it's costing me about $2. So we're looking at a total of $5.50 for the cost of these. I sell them at, sorry about my pencil lead, I sell them at $12 a piece. So my potato warmers are going to be sold between $12 and $14 for the potato warmers. Now we're looking at tortilla warmers. Tortilla warmers, my friends, they take a lot more space. I've got an 18-inch round, so I'm really using 2 fat quarters or a half a yard. Half a yard. You are using 2 half a yard plus a half a yard for the inside fabric. So you're really using, if that makes sense, to make your tortilla warmers, you are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of fabric, 2 layers of batting, 4 fabric, 2 batting, same as everything else that goes into the microwave. 100% cotton, my friends. So vital. Do not use anything but that. Now, I have been selling these for $15 a piece. Now, looking at the numbers, I may be undercutting myself because we're really bringing it up to 7 plus 10, that should be double times 2. I should be getting $20 out of these. I have been selling them for $15 a piece. I think you can easily, the market will bear $17.99 for the larger ones. If you're not doing the 18 to 20 inches, you can get away with easily $15 at the lower end. So that is for those. These, I have been using quilters double-sided fabric for these to start my cushy, plus the batting, plus the other. I sell these between $8 and $14.99. So on my pin cushions, I'm getting between $8 and $14.99. These, I'm really spending 50 cents a charm or 50 cents a teddy bear. The necklace was probably about 30 cents because I bought it in bulk, 100 at a time. And the keychain, about the same difference. So these I sell for $4. I can let it go for somebody if they really want it for $3. No big deal. It's just to get people to my table. Now my junk journals. My junk journals, I sell them usually about $35 a piece for the large ones, and the little ones I've been selling just as a loss leader for about $5. My time is really what we're looking at in here because I'm using scraps for the most part on everything else. But you need the ribbon. The ribbon is going to cost you probably a couple of bucks in ribbon if you're looking at real cost. You've got your fabric, your double-sided sticky back that you iron on both sides. You're probably looking at an easy cost of $5. But truthfully, my friends, I use scraps. I buy inexpensively. I get on clearance. And these are almost like loss leaders for me. So I sell them at about $5.50 to $7.50 a piece. The large ones, again, I sell for $35. These are really inexpensive. I'm using a 5-inch square. I'm using thread, needle, scissors, all that you have to do with a sewing machine, and the grippy back. So if you look online at the grippy back, it really comes in all different kind of prices. So you want to consider if I buy a large spool of it, it's really, really dirt cheap, my friends. So these probably cost me probably less than $1 to make, easily less than $1 to make, including my time. They're super easy. Turn them right side out. Look for the tutorial. Hit that subscribe. Love to see a like button from you. And my fish and my face patterns. I made these up many, many years ago when I was just getting into selling at craft fairs. And I sell the patterns for $8 a piece. You and I both know patterns are going for $9 and $10 and $14 a piece. And for these are, I love this guy, and I love my face. I will sell these for I used to sell them $55, $65. I think that's a really good price. They're double-sided. They're quilt hangings. They're set for going on your wall. I think that's a reasonable price. And they're my samples, so I don't care if they don't sell. But I bring a whole stack of patterns with me. As far as the activity mats, those take more time than anything else. You can get the silverware, the hair bonnets, the laces for the shoes, the different zippers at Dollar Tree or at any of your Walmart or different stores. So the price on them is anywhere between $35 and $65. And my friends, we're going to have a follow-up with a lot more detail. I'm going to type all this out and make it really pretty for us. And so hit that subscribe button. Come back and see me. I can't wait to have you. And I did want to show you this other really good wrap. I've done a video tutorial on this. It has a nice ribbon around the outside. It is my art pack that I take with me. Oh, sorry, I had it upside down. And with this art pack, I have it with the hooks and loops, just holding everything down. And this is how I store a lot of my art materials. my paint brushes, my different items. So these are real fun. If you demonstrate them, they sell well at craft fairs. And again, all it is I have used a larger piece of canvas, and I have sewn it, turned it right side out, put on my hooks and loops, and sewn different pockets in it. So really, this is fabric that you can get in the home deck area. So you're looking at about a total cost probably to me was about $4. If you buy it all retail and everything, it's going to cost you for the empty canvas that you make for this empty container. It's going to cost you about $4 to $7 to make, and you can easily sell these for $15 a pop empty. If you throw some Dollar Tree items in it, mix and match, you may be able to get a few dollars more than that. So I hope this has helped you with your upcoming craft fair, and hit that subscribe button. We're coming back with a lot more of these videos. See you real soon, my friends. Bye. And have a great day and keep crafting, my friends. See you real soon.